Autoline Daily is brought to you by Siemens PLM Software, transforming the process of innovation.
Seeing that today is Halloween, we decided a new way to present the headlines. GM can't get government money to merge with Chrysler, Toyota is talking about an 80-mile-per-gallon Prius, and Honda can't make its diesel meet emission standards. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Friday, October 31st, 2008, and now the news. Here's the latest on GM trying to get money from the U.S. Treasury so it can merge with Chrysler. The government says, no way. The Detroit Free Press reports the feds are not going to give money to GM to help Cerberus get rid of Chrysler and wipe out tens of thousands of jobs. So what's next? My guess is the government is going to have to bail GM and Chrysler out individually. Autoblog reports that the next generation Toyota Prius could get up to 80 miles to the gallon. There are also rumblings that the company is working on a smaller baby Prius that would be less expensive than the current model. This is probably in response to the upcoming Chevy Volt and Honda Insight. It's also rumored the company may create a separate Prius brand. Is Walmart getting into the used car retailing business? A company called Intelligent Service Group is opening retail outlets within Walmart stores to sell used cars. Called LiveX, they're designed to look like the New York Stock Exchange, the set of ESPN SportsCenter and Apple stores all rolled into the one. There will not be any cars at Walmart. All buying and selling will be done interactively on a big electronic board like the NICE. The system is being piloted in 2 Walmart supercenters in Arizona. Speaking of buying cars, women and minorities pay higher prices than white males. A study by the University of California, San Diego, and Autobrag.com sent out 87 pairs of college kids to 35 car dealers in Southern California. They found that women, and especially minorities, are quoted higher prices, and white salesmen would quote higher prices than minority salespeople. Toyota announced it will begin exporting American-built Sequoia and Tundras to Latin America and the Middle East. Exports begin this December and marks the first time either vehicle has been exported from the United States. Toyota's trying to find ways to use the excess manufacturing capacity it has ever since sales of these vehicles dropped drastically in the American market. In another blow to diesel engines, Honda has canceled the diesel-powered Acura TSX it was planning on bringing to the U.S. Wards reports that the diesel could not meet the strict U.S. diesel emission standards when equipped with an automatic transmission. There's still a chance the company might bring the car to North America, but not likely to happen until after 2010. The diesel TSX is still sold in Europe, which has lower emission standards. Up next, I'll talk with 2 analysts about what would happen if one of Detroit's automakers went out of business.
Siemens, transforming the process of innovation.
What would happen if one of Detroit's automakers collapsed and went out of business? That's one of the topics on Autoline Detroit this weekend, where I'm joined by 2 top-notch automotive analysts, Rebecca Lindland from IHS Global Insight and Paul Halterman from CSM Worldwide. In the following short preview, we discuss the ripple effect that would occur if one of the OEMs goes out of business.
What people don't always understand is that GM then in turn ripples down into and the dealerships. It ripples into the dealerships. It ripples into the deli across the street where the waitress goes and prepares the meals and goes to the dealership. The credit unions,
the life insurance companies,
everybody.
Yeah, but the argument will be, and I don't buy into this argument, mind you, but Toyota, Nissan, and the rest of them will pick up the pieces.
But consumers need to understand it's just not that easy, and it's not a quick fix, and it's not something that they won't be impacted by, because their local community is going to be impacted by their dealerships going under and all the jobs that are supported, even however loosely, by those dealerships.
If General Motors or Ford or Chrysler didn't exist in a few months, What would that do to the southeastern Michigan economy? People that would be looking for jobs that don't exist, they wouldn't be able to pay their mortgages. We would have another kind of downward spiral. It could get really ugly.
And the thing is that it's not just Southeast Michigan anymore.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing, is that it's not just a Michigan problem. It's a Midwestern problem, and then you filter it out into the supplier problem, and suddenly you've got everybody very, very negatively impacted, and people that they wouldn't even think about.
You can see this entire provocative discussion on www.autolinedetroit.tv right now. And that's it for the top news in the global automotive industry. But don't forget, you can get podcasts, transcripts, and a whole lot more on our website, AutolineDaily.tv. Thanks for watching. We'll see you Monday.
Visit our website for even more great content all week long. Autoline Extra, Dawn's Journal, podcasts, and even more. So click over and get the inside view at AutolineDetroit.tv.